Hello everyone and welcome to the third lecture of today's third and the last lecture of today's. So it is about the resolution of remote sensors. So the learning objectives will be the types of remote sensors, how many types of resolutions are there of remote sensors. So let's begin. The data collection system has four major resolution associated with it. The major characteristics of an image remote sensing instrument are described in terms of its spatial, temporal, spectral, and radiometric resolution. So in this video, you can see how the images are being taken. So this is known as the path of a satellite. And if you want to know the path and row of a particular satellite, you will be getting an index for all the satellites in which the areas are shown, and the number of path and the row number and the path number is given there. So first of all, we will be discussing about the spectral resolution of a remote sensing sensor. So the spectral resolution refers to the number of spectral bands, individual bandwidths, and the entire range of electromagnetic spectrum covered by the bands. So in the last lecture, we have learned about the spectral response and spectral reflectance curves that characterize the reflectance and emittance of a feature or target over a wide variety of wavelengths. So different classes of features and details in an image can often be distinguished by comparing their response over distinct wavelength ranges. So electromagnetic energy encompasses complete electromagnetic spectrum, the ability of the sensor to resolve energy into different spectral bands, the sensitivity of the sensor to distinguish between gray levels, and the spectral resolution describes the ability of a sensor to define fine wavelength intervals. The finer the spectral resolution, the narrower the wavelengths range for a particular channel or band. So this is the example I have taken from the Landsat thematic mapper. It has 7 bands, and QuickBird ICNOS multispectral has 4 bands, and you can see the more number of bands mean the more information we can get about the objects, and the ability to distinguish between two features increases as the number of bands increases. So putting all layers of data together, all 7 band plus panchromatic bands and means jitne, the more number of bands means the more number of information we can get from a particular satellite image. So you can see the 7 bands of data. They look aside. The information is different in the different images of the same area. The area is the same, but the information can be, the information that is extracted from the image will be different. One feature may be more reflect more energy in one band, but reflect less energy in in another band. So the all bands are very necessary for the extraction of information about an area. So now how do we make use of images of all the data so we can work with more easily. So now what we have done, we have combined all these 7 bands and we make the FCC of that image, that is false color composite of that image by combining all the 7 bands. And this is how the image looks like using a computer software, using the ADA software, or now this type of assigning a colors or making FCC is being used by using ArcGIS software also. Then the next resolution of a remote sensing satellite is the spatial resolution. The detailed discernible in an image is dependent on the spatial resolution of the sensor and refers to the size of the smallest possible feature that can be detected. So the smallest elemental area over which an independent measurement can be made is the spatial resolution. Spatial resolution of passive sensors depends primarily on their instantaneous field of view, that is known as IFOV. The IFOV is the angular cone of visibility of the sensor and determines the area on the Earth's surface, which is seen from a given altitude at one particular moment of time. Like we have seen earlier, like here, this. This is known as the IFOV. So the detailed discernible in an image is dependent on the spatial resolution of the sensor and refers to the size of the smallest possible feature that can be detected. So for example, this is the digital image and this is how the digital image looks like, digital image. And this smallest, this one small square is known as the pixel, the picture element, and the smallest part of an image. So Landsat has a spatial resolution of 30 meters, means 1 pixel is of the size of 30 meters into 30 meters. So this means the smallest area on the ground is measured is 30 square meters. Means the information which is smaller than this cannot be detected using the Landsat data. So the spatial resolution and pixels in this example, 10 meter resolution means 10 meter pixel size. 30 meter resolution means 30 meter, 10 meter, 30 meter, 10 meter pixel size, and 80 meter resolution means 10 meter pixel size. So here we have explained with another example. The pixel size is 10, the image width is 160 pixels. Here the pixel size is 20 meters and the image width is 80 pixels and the height is 80 pixels, and here's the 40 meter pixels are size is there, means width and height is 40 pixels. And so is the size, so is the case with the 80 meter pixels. So in this illustration of just one band of Landsat data, each square represents a 30 meter into 30 meter piece of land. So the third resolution of a satellite image is the radiometric resolution. As the arrangement of pixels describes the spatial structure of an image, the radiometric characteristics describe the actual information content in an image. Whenever in an image is acquired on film or by a sensor, its sensitivity to the magnitude of the electromagnetic energy determines the radiometric resolution. So the radiometric resolution is defined as the sensitivity of a remote sensing detector to differences in signal strength as it records the radiation flux reflected or emitted from the train. It defines the number of just discriminable signal levels. Consequently, it can have a significant impact on our ability to measure the properties of seen objects. So the different reflected radiation used to obtain different digital values, different gray values in a photo film, or ability to distinguish finer variation of a reflected radiation. Let's better explain this with the help of some example. So 1 bit of, if the satellite image is of 1 bit, means only 2 shades of gray are there, one is black and one is white. If 2-bit data is there, then the 4 shades of gray will be there, white and 2 gray and 1 black. Then if the 3-bit data is there, then the 8 shades of black gray is there. And if the 11-bit data is there, so the number of shades in an image of gray will be 2048. Let's better understand with this example. So here you can see in this image, it is of 1 bit data, means only 2 levels of gray are there. One is black and one is white. So the number of information that can be extracted from this image is very, very less in comparison to this image where we have 8-bit data. So we have 256 levels, means 256 gray shades. Okay, so the number of information or the amount of information that can be extracted from a particular image increases as the number of gray shades increases. See the 0 pixel. Here the values are, the numerical values are from, this is 8-bit data and they are having a 256 shades of gray from 0 to black, because 0 is also a value. So the largest maximum reflected light will be of 255. Then the last resolution of a satellite is the temporal resolution. Temporal resolution is the concept of revisit period that refers to the length of time it takes for a satellite to complete one entire orbit cycle. So this is the temporal resolution. In how many days the same satellite is going to visit the same a particular area. Let's take the example like the Delhi. If the satellite is cross the satellite, if a particular satellite crosses Delhi today, when it will be revisiting the same part of Delhi again. So this is the temporal resolution. So the temporal resolution of a remote sensing system refers to how often it records imagery of a particular area, which means the frequency of repetitive coverage. For instance, for example, we are taking IRS 1A sensors had 22 days temporal resolution. And this means it could acquire the image of a particular area in 22 days interval repeativity. Like today is 1st July. If a particular satellite images takes a image of a particular place, let's take the example of Delhi. If today the satellite is passing through Delhi, so again it will be coming on the 22nd day of the July. So this is known as the temporal resolution. So temporal resolution actually refers the revisit period of a sensor. If we start with any selected pass in a satellite's orbit, an orbit cycle will be complete when the satellite retraces its path passing over the same point on the Earth's surface directly below the satellite for a second time. So specific to space-borne satellite. So temporal resolution is specific to space-borne remote sensing, ability to revisit any area by the remote sensors at regular intervals. This we have to remember. These 4 points are very important. So given area can be observed periodically, and the temporal monitoring of dynamic features will be done. So this is improved repeativity of using IRS-1A and 1B. If we want to reduce the revisit time of any particular satellite, what we are going to do? We will place another satellite in our orbit so that the revisit time of the satellite decreases. Actually, like the IRS-1A, its time, it will take the 22 times, but with the same characteristics that this IRS-1A is having, we launched IRS-1B having the same characteristics, and the repeativity time reduces. If we want to reduce the repeativity time further, we will launch one more satellite. So the now we will get the same characteristics image with the repeativity time of 5 days. So this is the true color composite and false color composite. This is very important. You should know. True color means the image is having the natural colors. Whereas in false color composite, we assign colors to the objects in which the standard false color composite have all the features like vegetation is shown in red color. In a standard false color composite, red color is assigned to vegetation. And why it is so? It is because the red color is very, our eyes are very sensitive to the red color. So, and the variety of vegetation is found on the Earth surface. So the red color is assigned to vegetation. Different colors are assigned to different objects. And that's it. Thank you for today. Tomorrow we will be having three lectures. Three lectures. One is on aerial photography and photogrammetry. The second lecture will be on the GPS, and third lecture will be on GPS and ground truthing. So join tomorrow at 10. And after the I will be putting the quiz in the description box. Attempt the quiz. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy.